Welcome to another video review brought to you by yours truly, Thorazine. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Marvel Universe figure by the way of Gambit from the Sinister and Gambit comic 2-pack. As you can see, this mold does look rather familiar, and for those of you that have been collecting action figures or Marvel figures for a little while now, you'll notice that this is just a recolor of X-Men Origins Gambit. However, the Marvel Universe Gambit doesn't come with the playing cards that the X-Men Origins version had, but he does have this rather nifty red ascot. All joking aside, let's take a look at the actual figure now. You'll notice he was on a stand. This is a small Joe stand. The figures in the comic packs do not come with stands, so I don't want to mislead anybody on that. You see that Gambit does come with his staff, which he can hold like so, in theory, or like so, again in theory, or even if you get creative, like so. I joke because there is no wrist articulation in this figure, so it makes some of the posing that you can do with the fighting staff somewhat limited. Like I said, you can see that this is just a repaint of the X-Men Origins figure. Let's get them both side by side so you can see some color comparisons. You'll see that the coat is a little bit darker brown, as well as it does have quite a bit of shading painted onto it where the X-Men Origins version didn't. The boots are more silver where the X-Men Origins is blue, and the pink is a little bit more vibrant on the Marvel Universe figure. Again, like I said, you'll notice the red ascot, which the Marvel Universe or the X-Men Origins version didn't have. You'll also notice some darker highlights in the hair, giving him a more realistic look, whereas the X-Men Origins version is just straight brown. The paint applications on the face seem to be a slight bit better. Now that we've compared the two figures, let's take a look at the articulation in this figure. There is nothing in the ankle. The knees are double hinged, which would allow for about 135 degrees of articulation. The back of the trench coat does hinder a bit of that motion, although you can force it if you want to. The hips are ball jointed with a swivel point above and below the ball joint. The ball joint allows for roughly 90 degrees of lateral motion, and if you orient it right, about the same in the forward motion. As I said, there is a swivel point above and below the ball hinge. Each one allows for 360 degree rotation in its own, so that you can get the hinge on the ball there, I guess, oriented in the right direction. I can't think of a better way to articulate that, so that's just what we're going to use. The mid-torso does have that kind of rocking point, although the jacket does hinder that a little bit. You can turn the upper body from side to side a full 360 degrees, however. Should also point out that the jacket is not one solid molded piece. The arms are molded to look like the jacket is part of the arms, but the actual jacket itself does come off, so that you can have Gambit with a pink shirt and brown arms if you really want it. Let's go ahead and move on to the arms here. Nothing in the wrists. The elbows are single hinged, which allow for a little less than 90 degrees of articulation, as well as 360 degree rotation there at the elbow. The shoulders use the typical ball hinge, which allows for roughly 90 degrees of lateral motion there, as well as 360 degree rotation at the shoulder. The head is attached with a ball joint. Doesn't allow for very much up and down motion there, but you do get slight range of motion there. Not much on the side to side. You do get 360 degree rotation as far as turning the head from side to side. Final thoughts on this figure: if it was single carded, I probably would have passed on it, but that's mostly because I already had the X-Men Origins version. But paired with Sinister, I really had no choice but to get this figure. For those of you who missed out on the X-Men Origins Gambit, this is definitely a good buy. You get two brand new characters for the X-Men, or for the Marvel Universe line, however. And if you didn't already have the X-Men Origins Gambit, you're really kind of getting a steal. Do I recommend it? If you don't have the X-Men Origins version, yes, definitely get it. You can't really have the X-Men without Gambit to begin with. And the added bonus of coming with Mr. Sinister just kind of pushes it over the top. Once again, this has been another video review brought to you by yours truly, Thorazine. Thank you for watching, and tune in again when we'll be talking about some more toys.